After our last session in therapy, Choma hasn't come back home. I have no idea what that's about. That's not normally. I'll blame the therapy because, as I knew, this whole therapy thing was full of crap anyway. But at the same time, you know, coming here today, I'm here alone. But I do hope that she turns up.
He's come back alone.
Yeah, because she left after. She hasn't like
session. Well, I went home, and on our way home, I don't think there was no remorse from Paul. And I kind of just deep that he doesn't rape me.
he doesn't.
I really feel like there's love there.
I'm proud of her.
Fighting for this relationship, and I'm doing it alone. So yeah, I went home, I packed up my stuff, and I went to my sister's. I just didn't feel like I needed to be in the same space with him.
Had a good week?
Is that a trick question?
I'm surprised he even turned up.
Just wondering how your week's been.
How do you think?
Presumably, the successful man that I met last week had a very successful week.
That was
Exactly.
a dick. That was a dick, wasn't it?
Hi, jeez, hi. Sorry about that.
I'm saying hi to you.
Hi.
Okay, did you manage to fill in the little questionnaires I gave you to go home with, the homework I gave you last week?
Hell no.
I did, yeah.
What about you, Paul?
I did.
Great. There seems to be a little bit of angst between the two of you. Did you spend any time together last week, you know, working on what we were talking about?
That's a no.
Sorry.
You know what I love
Maybe I'm
here?
reading this wrong.
I feel like she's at a point where she's past caring now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is a good thing. And like we said on the last episode, it was like, okay, she's at a point now where she's doing therapy. This is the final straw. Let's see. And clearly she's checked out. She's obviously checked out.
You have spent time together over the last week.
I've been at my sister's.
I love her
really?
silence.
And what was the reason for that?
To be honest, I just feel like maybe the last session didn't go as I wanted it to. Paul was giving me bad vibes, and there's just a few things that I think I've kind of reached my breaking point, you know? We're here for a reason, and if this doesn't work, then I have nothing else to kind of fall back on. So for me, it was, I had to, I couldn't go back home, no.
Okay. And how did that make you feel, Paul?
How did that make you feel?
Well, to be fair, I feel like it was her idea to come here. When I'm upset, she complains that I storm off and have a tantrum, throw my toys out the pram if you like. But that's kind of what she just done.
Okay.
I didn't do that. I mean, I didn't storm off. I don't remember, but I don't think I stormed off.
Okay, so what actually happened?
She
When
didn't
you
come
left
home.
here?
She didn't come home. That's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I needed peace. I think sometimes I
Peace.
would rather choose peace over war.
Word.
I still came today, so, you know, it says a lot, doesn't it?
War. So that's a strong word, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting,
which you're
actually.
giving
Why
her.
did you use
War.
the word war?
It's a constant battle at home, isn't it? For me, he doesn't, if I put it simply, he doesn't listen. So if I'm complaining about something and he's not listening,
Okay. So we're going back to that. Are you both on the same page?
No.
I would like to move forward, but clearly Paul doesn't want to.
Do you want to move forward, Paul?
Of course, I got here before you.
He's
I think I
actually
would've
so
moved forward
annoying.
more than you.
See, there you go. There you have it. The good thing is that she's ready to move on. She's done. There's no point. She's seen it. He's not going to change unless she leaves.
Exactly.
If she leaves, if he really wants her, he'll work.
100%.
He'll work towards it. But right now, if she just stays in a relationship, he's still going to be doing this whole, yeah, I'm listening to you, but then it's my way or
I feel like
no
he's
way.
so patronising as well.
Very.
The way he talks just amps you up. Like, he can say one sentence and you'll be amped up because I feel like he's so patronising.
Very.
Can't take him serious at all. He doesn't seem like he's learned anything whatsoever. So, like I said, I'm not surprised that she has left him.
Exactly.
I got here first. I definitely need an apology from Trauma because at the end of the
So
day,
what,
she
first
hasn't
thing he
been
says,
home.
I got here
She's not
first.
responding to
So
the
that
messages,
response, I got
not
here
responding to the
first.
calls, but she's posting on social media.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very big disrespect, and I need a very big apology because she's taking the piss.
Apologies
I
for.
want to find out how the exercise went that I sent you home with. So, in answer to the question, what is it, the 5 things that you have done for each other over recent weeks?
You can go first.
Ladies first.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
Ladies first.
I don't mind which one of you goes
That's
first.
not. I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
He's so petty. He's so petty.
Would you recommend that she should tell me what to do?
Petty.
or should we-
So you're doing this again?
No. I'm just asking
Wow.
because obviously you haven't been home in a week. You haven't really said what's going on. You haven't apologized.
Apologise.
Okay. So what was it again? To 5
You see?
things that
You just see what just happened there? You see what just happened
Mhm.
there? She literally has to back down in that relationship
I know.
all the time because this guy, he just won't let her live.
Do you know what's crazy? Her personality just seems like she's not someone who backs down.
Yeah.
So to be with someone who is bare, like in your face, doesn't listen to what you gotta say, it's too much.
Way too much. But that in itself, you can tell that is something that happens in their relationship
Yeah, a lot.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the fact that Paul is my protector. He's also
Look at him,
a
yeah.
good provider, and a good leader.
He probably wants his ego stroked, isn't it?
He is family orientated. He has his head screwed on, of course.
Look at him.
Look at
And
him.
he can be occasionally. Let's just say when we started dating, he was very caring and loving, and I love that about him. I love that he can be like that. I don't really understand what's changed, but he can be such a lovely person, and like I know this isn't him, so I'm trying to fight for the Paul I knew. I once knew.
The Paul you
I
knew, he no
loved.
longer
I don't want to just
exists.
give up.
Okay. And Paul, 5 things you appreciate?
Okay. I could name a million, right? But to answer your question, I feel like Trauma is she's like a best friend to me.
To me.
When we first started dating, literally.
Interesting. Oh, and this couple, I don't take their relationship serious, I'm not gonna lie.
You make me feel sweet.
It's so awkward.
It's interesting. Going by yourself is one thing, but going with your partner is a
I'll blame it on the
different
camera
experience.
shot.
I never really expected this, honestly. But I'm here now. I'm on time as well, so.
The first session, I wasn't too happy with it, especially with the whole sister thing. But I'm hoping that this session is much better. I'm hoping that I can come to.
How can your man tell you that he fancies your sister? That's mad, you know.
So
That's so
everything's
awkward.
been pretty calm, has it?
I mean, I guess we're still working through, things that we discussed previously. But yeah, we're trying to move forward, I guess.
Now, moving forward, is there anything you want to talk about initially today? Jamal, it would be quite nice if you started the proceedings off today.
Yeah, most certainly. I feel like this session is definitely needed. Even though we've had a great week, but I feel like there's still bits and bobs that need to kind of be ironed out in a relationship.
Anything in particular?
I'm getting to a point where I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of her just popping up on me just randomly, and where I'm talking in the studio.
You don't even have to say that when I'm at his mum's house.
He's making her sound like a psychopath, you know?
Yeah.
He's making her sound
But
like
she
a
did.
psychopath.
She said it herself.
Thoughts on giving your location to your man? What's your thoughts for each other to have each other's location?
As in, like, I've gone out to dinner and I'm saying, here's my location.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on top of that, on your phone, you can both have it where you have his find me or whatever, and he has your find me. So you can literally go on your location and see where he is, and he can see wherever you are. So I found out recently that some couples do that. So what do you think of that? Because I think that's mad.
Why? I think the only reason I could accept that is if you're going
Out.
like if you're going out late at night
Yeah.
and you might be a bit drunk. You just want to make
Exactly.
I guess your boyfriend want to make sure you're okay.
I think that's fine.
But it's a bit. It's
It's
like
much.
your privacy.
That's much.
It's intrusive. Like
I think it's a lot.
I can't. I couldn't do it.
I think it's a lot.
I would not be like, okay, you're going out, yeah. Let me have your location.
That's mad.
Trust. Where's the trust?
Should be enough for you to just trust me.
They have
You
no
pop it up
trust
at
in
my
that
friend's house,
relationship.
None.
then I'll feel
Zero.
like
Done.
Like, there's no point. Why are they forcing it, actually?
yeah, popping up.
I wouldn't necessarily call it popping up, Denise. I think, you know, I'm interested in what Jamel does on a daily. You know, I wouldn't say popping up. I would
That's
say
stalker
more
vibes.
of
That is stalker vibes.
visiting
Sorry.
and checking in.
Visiting. So you just okay. I question that. I question your intentions behind that, if I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it comes in just being a bit invasive and just
Very.
you always just wanna check up on me like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
But I'm not a kid.
I think
She is literally
maybe
the definition of controlling.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, imagine just sitting down having dinner with your boys and then
She just
she
turns
just
up.
turns up.
Do
You
you
see
know
her
how bad that
outside.
is? That's
No,
mad, you know.
no,
I would
couldn't-
feel some type of way if my man just shows up and it's me and you having dinner because he's checked my location.
No,
Like, that for me is wild. And like we said in the last episode, she's got some deep healing to do. On my life, she's got some deep healing to
Deep.
do.
I'm not surprised though.
Why?
This is her first relationship.
No, I wasn't
doing that in my first
on my first
relationship.
relationship, I wasn't doing that either.
But when you really like, she after a couple months, she said, "This is the guy for me." She's
Even
one of them-
then, I
That's
thought my
crazy.
first my
No.
first boyfriend was the guy from
So
me.
did I.
I thought we were getting married, everything.
But-
No,
But was
no.
your first guy giving you vibes like he's always out here entertaining other girl?
No, not mine.
No, even but okay.
So
I
he
get
wasn't
it.
turning your
Mine
head
wasn't.
psycho. He's low key turned her head psycho, and because it's her first relationship, she don't know how to act.
She needs to heal because that is mad.
Yeah.
I don't think, regardless of, in fact, if you don't trust him and he doesn't know how to act, why are you with him? One, and two, my thing is, I'm always like this with women. You know, I'm always supporting women, saying, "Well, there must be a reason." Sam, I always say on your angle every single time. But in their couple, in their relationship, I generally feel like if you don't trust him, leave him. Point blank. Period.
It's difficult for her because
It's her first relationship.
Yeah,
But then how are you
No,
tracking
no,
his
yeah.
location? Like, that's normal. That's
No.
psycho behaviour.
No.
That is psychotic behaviour.
Yeah, and I don't buy it. I still feel like even if a guy is gaslighting you and messing with your head, blah blah blah, it's some issues within yourself.
It turns you
that you need
crazy,
to
yeah,
sort
but that's
out, but no.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
coming off as invasive, but Jamel is not particularly trustworthy, and this is obviously something that we've been discussing throughout the session, and it's something that
He's
we
not
have
your
to work on
child.
as a couple. For me personally, I'm not the type of person that just sits down and if I feel like something's
I can't
going
believe she
on,
popped up.
I'm definitely going to chase, I'm definitely going to look up and search and find out what's going on, and that's why you find me popping up, because I feel like
Yeah.
Jamel,
That is.
you're hiding something.
Nah,
Like, never always pops up on me just randomly. I just find that mad strange.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not popping up on me, then it's checking my social activity, but it's a bit controlling. I don't understand.
It's
It is.
controlling. It's
a bit weird, like,
creepy. Don't do that.
I've got a life,
Don't.
and I think, honestly, it just seems like she hasn't got the time to do other things. Like, actually
Yeah.
checking up on me.
Word.
How the things
She's
done
like,
with
that's
the telephone
obsession.
scenario?
It is.
Telephone.
Do you want to tell her what happened this week, or should I?
She's gonna tell
Just
her.
go for it. Since she's trying to control everything.
So, in regards to the phone situation, we're still having issues. Jamel still has his phone to his chest. This week, Jamel has made a new friend called Christina. So he, Clubhouse friends, right?
Oh, sneak.
Yeah, so he said that they're Clubhouse friends. And for me, I've seen Christina messaging him this week, especially. She messaged him, sorry, at like 1 a.m. in the morning. And what made me, feel a bit uncomfortable, look into it, is the fact that to read the message alone, he had to leave the room.
Wait, I left the room. I did not leave the room.
You did leave the
I mean,
room.
that does
What,
seem
you said, no
dodgy.
toilet?
No.
That's the sort of cheeky thing that said, I was going to the loo. It's not that serious.
Yeah, that'd be obvious, but I wouldn't say I just left the room. It was not because
You left the room to read the
That's
text
dodgy.
message.
Yeah, it's
That is
mad
dodgy, I'm not gonna lie to you.
100%. But all she needs to do is leave. She has to go. Like, you're there like, I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him at all. So what I need to do is pop up on him. I need to check his phone. And if I feel insecure about something, give me a password. Like, it's just too
If a
much.
guy is making you so crazy to the point that you have to track where he is and pop up, you need to reevaluate your relationship. That's it.
Wow.
decision.
That's what you think.
Okay, so who's Christina?
Let's just say who Christina is. Christina, okay, yes, I met her Clubhouse, correct. Cool. But
Red
we do
flag.
something called Moderation
Right.
TV. That's like a game show that we do on Clubhouse. It's
Red
pretty
flag.
fun. She's one of the members of my team. And I've explained to them, but like Christina's just it's platonic, sorry.
So why she
And
cut up and
we just
leave when
call
you message her?
and talk about stuff regarding Clubhouse.
Why
how
she
we
message
run
you
the
at
show,
1 a.m. in the morning?
What's next planned, what's planned after Clubhouse when lockdown officially over and stuff like that.
Are you comfortable with her contacting you at that time of the evening?
To be fair, I don't really pay attention to in terms of time. I feel like with coronavirus and stuff like that, I don't really pay attention to time.
With
We just-
So you
coronavirus.
can't pay attention when it's 1 a.m. When it's 1 a.m. in the morning, you can't pay
Is
attention.
very secretive.
Wow.
I think defensive, definitely defensive. When I asked him about Christina, he automatically started yelling, started saying, "Oh, you're always in my business." You know, that's the sort of things that Jamel says to me when I ask about certain girls that I feel like are overstepping their boundaries. If it was if you guys are talking business, for me, it's 9 p.m. That's the last time any
You
contact.
can make money 24 hours a day. What's your business?
Regardless of the fact,
Clubhouse
I
making
don't
money
like
though,
the
no?
fact that she's messaging you at 1 a.m.
I don't-
I'm gonna ask you again, who is Christina?
I've just told you, Christina is just a friend. She's even a workmate, even if you want to call it that. Honestly, like, just look over that situation like Christina's
Have you met Christina?
No, I've not met Christina.
So why is she so
Too
comfortable
much
to
energy
message
on
and
this
call your phone?
this random.
And then why are you not comfortable to answer the phone calls in front of
That's
me?
a good point, no.
That's not a
It
problem.
is a good point.
I
Yeah,
don't like the
but
fact
think
that
that's
she
the
doesn't
same,
answer the
okay?
phone calls in front of me, Denise. We're still having issues with the phone.
Mm.
Like sometimes I actually just want to smash the phone.
That's his phone.
I just want to smash the phone because you don't come off your phone. It's a problem.
I find it very strange how a woman can message somebody that's in a relationship at 1 a.m. in the morning. The last time I had a male
relationship.
How do you
You
know
lot are not married.
And
maybe
how
like
do you know
9
he
p.m.
even,
Jamel
he might have not
over
told her
to
that he's in a
over the
relationship
room.
with her.
So
Yeah, that's
I
well,
don't
yeah,
want
exactly.
anything
That's
on
So
true.
she can't straight away assume.
at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Well, it seems like the homework worked from that question. How did you get on with what have you done for each other lately?
Well, I mean, I haven't been home. So, aside from that, like you said, I do run in baths and give him massages and stuff and, you know, help if he needs work done. Yeah.
No more?
I mean, lately,
As in, you know, it doesn't have to be last week, it can be over the last month.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, Paul?
Sure. So, you know, if I could go back to the couples review that we have every 28 days. Literally, I make sure that all of her goals and targets, I face them head on. So sometimes if she hasn't followed up on certain phone calls in terms of business that she's trying to chase, I'll be there, you know, babe, have you done this? Okay, can I make this call for you? And
Okay, if he's talking
sometimes
about
when she
helping her
has
with her
short
goals,
calls
that's
with
cute.
some things that she's trying to pursue,
Don't call it
whether it be
couples
business-wise,
review,
career-wise,
I think it's weird.
I'm there to kind of say, okay, look, if that
But it's nothing to do with their
let me call
relationship.
someone I know, or let
It's
me
helping
try
her with
to
her goals.
push things in my way, in order. Is that a
I
training?
disagree with that a little bit.
Sorry?
I disagree with that a little bit.
Okay, so what do you disagree with?
Because I feel like, not to take it back to the negativity, but I mean, we are here to kind of air out issues, isn't it? I feel as though, with regards to work, if I'm doing something, as much as he is supportive, there's a current situation where I feel like you're being very unsupportive and he's kind of being an enemy of progress, if that makes sense. So I'm running a business, for example, I'm actually starting a company, a business, isn't it?
Is this a new business?
Yes, it is. And I've got someone doing my website and he's doing a fantastic job. We're halfway through. I've paid him fully, no refunds. And Paul liked it at first. And obviously now that he knows the guy, he no longer likes the work and he kind of wants me to stop working with him. With no explanation.
What is the reason that you're not happy now?
I've had a look at the site. This is my field, by the way. Personally, I feel like right now I make the best, right?
There's the point I was waiting
have a
for.
discussion about her business, what she wants to do.
This is weird as hell. This is strange to me because we were good before, and all of a sudden now you have an issue with the person I want to work with, the person creating my website, the person that's going to help me put my business out there. Yeah, no, for me, I don't understand. We haven't had a discussion. He really doesn't want to tell me what the problem is. So I'm not going to just stop working with this guy. You have to get over it.
You know, I've worked with, you know, a number of different influencers, people that she knows, people that she doesn't know. And we've had successful outcomes, which is why, you know, she's spoken to me about her business. Now, the only thing
He
is,
loves to gas
at
himself.
the time when she approached me to deal with it, she wasn't fully prepared. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you want a website done, you can't really just work based off an idea. You need the content, you need the pictures, you need the framework.
Which you could have helped me with.
No, 100%. But at the same time, that's something that you'd have to ask for. So you can't really ask for number 5 if you need number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you said, babe, can you help me with the idea? Can you help me with the photos? I've got connections with a lot of people that do all of these things. So I feel like I could definitely help Choma in this way better than the person that's currently helping her.
You're saying that now because you don't want me to work with this person. So I have spoken to Paul about it. I've asked for help many times. I don't know if he thought I wasn't serious, but it was only until I went out to find someone myself and found this fantastic guy. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yes, Paul does websites, but he's never offered once to help me.
There you go, because I was about to say.
What I do in terms of my IT business, it's well established.
So why we have
I have a good number of very decent, high net worth
I
clients.
knew you was going to say that.
Decent.
I knew you was going to say
high
that.
net worth.
Kind of go
That's
to
so
another person
predictable.
Which one
kind
is
of
it?
He's so
doesn't
predictable.
really make sense to me. Like, you have a whole partner in the house that's willing to do the most for you, but you're then going to another person.
He's that,
There's
you
no
can
excuse.
tell
But you haven't
he's
offered,
actually a
yeah, he is.
liar.
He hasn't offered us, so what do you expect?
That you think that he's not happy with this particular person.
I have no idea. I literally have no idea because we both liked the work, or we liked it at first. Now Paul doesn't like it. He thinks he can do a better job. I'm quite happy we're not working together because I feel like it will cause conflict in our relationship. So I'm good on this side, but he has tantrums almost every day with regards to me working with this guy.
Do you have
That must be so draining.
or is it just what you just explained?
You know, at the end of the day, from a professional standpoint, the work is of a decent standard, I'd say. However, the person doing the work isn't actually that professional.
To who? I'm working with him. He's very professional. He's never like I'm in a professional relationship with this guy, and my work is fantastic.
Okay?
Is he jealous of him?
He's jealous.
She asked me the question, can I?
But you know what? How would you know him?
She asked me the question, can I answer the
No,
question?
but you're answering the question. Ideally, should be posed at me because I
She
know
asked
this
me
guy.
the question, so can I answer the question?
Okay.
Am I right?
I did ask Paul whether he had a
Paul does not know
particular
this
issue.
guy. According to me, do you know him? You know him? How do you know
I
him?
don't know. You don't worry about that.
He's
But
lying.
the point I'm trying to get to from a professional perspective, okay? You know, look, at the end of the day, if I asked you for advice about makeup, I'd kind of take your advice.
Okay, but I would always explain why I'm giving you a
That's not the
specific
point. I'll
advice.
take your
No,
advice
that is the
because
point,
you have
because
the
I'm-
experience and you have, you know, the network expertise. Does
So
it
in
make
other
sense?
words, you tell me what to do and I just do it.
Well,
That's
if I
exactly
have
what
the
he's saying.
experience and the expertise, it kind of makes sense.
No, no, I'm sorry, that doesn't run with me. If you want me to do something, then explain it properly. As far as I'm concerned, you're probably jealous
Yeah.
of the work that he's doing,
Jealous.
or you
very
don't want
jealous.
me to finish off this business.
I'd love for you to finish the business.
Then who's going to do my website?
Wait. However, you know,
However.
with this guy, like,
Do you think that
He knows the guy.
this could be something
You think
to
he
do
knows
with
him?
you both having
I think he's
different
jealous.
views on life
He knows
in
the guy.
particular?
Well, yeah, he
He's
knows
like a
the guy
difficult
and now
person.
he's jealous.
Honestly, I'm
He's
tired.
jealous.
I'm sorry.
okay, do you know
The
what?
guy's
You know what?
personal.
Okay, let's do it like this. Alright,
The guy's
now with this guy,
personal.
right, I've never mentioned this before, but look, we're here now, and there's a lot happening.
Open
I
your
think
mouth
it kind
then,
of makes
say it.
sense. So, literally, this guy was a best friend to my ex,
Sam, you're right.
right? best friend, by the way. So he was playing, Mr. Nice Guy, hey, I'll pick you up, I'll drop you off. I'll do this for you. Just as a friend. But then it turns out that once my ex and I had broken up, he was actually
What?
seeing her
Oh, right.
after, by the way. So, if this same guy is then trying to follow my tracks and trying to keep up, I don't think I'd want to see a deja vu anytime.
That's a sad story. The thing is, I feel like it says a lot about your ex than it does the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't compare
So
me.
you want to defend him?
I'm not defending, I don't know him.
Oh my
What I'm trying to
God.
say is, if that's what.
He's sounding a bit of it killed me.
Okay, what do you think so far?
Personally, I don't think she's done anything wrong because first of all, this is the first time he's mentioned it. This is the first time he's clearly mentioned
They
it.
do not communicate.
Yeah, I know. The communication is poor.
This is just stupid.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's like, I feel like, I can't lie, I feel like this story is like made up on the spot.
That's
because
weird.
it just doesn't make any sense.
How
to
can you be
me.
in a relationship with someone, but then she did say she hasn't been in the house for about a week, right? But overall, first of all, if you do websites, why didn't you help her do her site? If this is the guy that dated your ex, why did you not tell her? It's point blank period. It's point blank period.
Exactly. So what is he saying, that he saw the website before he knew who the guy was? Is that what he's saying?
Is that what he's saying?
Oh, and then when he saw who the guy was, then he was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, but he should have told her that.
Yeah, but he's waiting to get on the show to say
it.
And how long ago since did she start working on this business?
I'm not sure, but I think she said it was recently and she's paid him full. So she was the one
Oh
who
no,
paid
she
him.
paid half of it or paid
No,
full?
she said she's paid the full.
She paid him full,
She
and then
paid him full.
he's
him
now
full.
telling her
You
not
can't
to
work
work
with
with him, and then causing arguments every day because.
But
of
you
it.
can't tell her the reason why you're feeling that way.
It
Nor
doesn't even
you
make
can't
any
even
sense.
help her do her
It's
website.
silly because she's not connected to the guy at all.
No.
Okay, cool. So Shioma and Paul, obviously this is they're on their last legs.
Toxic.
And the other relationship, I
They
don't
were
even know
joking.
what they're doing.
The other one's a joke thing.
Yeah.
This one's toxic.
Yeah. So Blue Therapy, we need new couples because we already
We're getting
know-
bored now.
What you've been hiding from me, it's too late now, babe. We're past halfway. I fully paid him. So that means he has to stay on.
Exactly.
If you said
So
this at
why are
the
you
beginning,
causing
fair enough.
issues?
He's gotten his money. We're halfway through. He understands my vision. I'm sorry, it's late now. If that's the
Exactly.
reason, you should have told me before.
Right.
There you go.
This time you knew who was making my website. You didn't want to
Exactly.
let me know. You didn't want to bring me in on how you know. Anyway, I don't give a shit. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit because that's his insecurity.
Right.
He's kind of imposing that on me right now. You didn't want to tell me before, so kind of keep it, deal with it. Because it's too late at the end of the day. Like, I've paid this guy. He has my money and he's going to make my website.
Right.
This guy probably has a crush on you, like he keeps following you and your girls, but I would never step out on you. He's been professional with me, and that's how I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. Imagine that. You're just telling me now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
So
mad.
stupid.
I'm just telling her, basically.
Too late.
He could have expressed that before. This is
Right.
your problem. So now that you've expressed it, when my website is almost finished, I should now leave the guy.
No.
Well, if I make websites and I could make
I don't want
But
you to
he's
wait.
actually has
You've
offered
been
it,
knowing
though.
3 years. You've been knowing about this. You've never offered
Yeah.
once. Now that I've finally done it, you want to offer because this guy was sleeping or dating your ex, whatever the situation is. I don't care about that. I
Yeah.
won't sleep with him. So if that's your worry, leave it. It's fine. We're not going to do that.
Do you think we can put this bit to rest now?
Please.
Yeah. Please. Look
Do
at.
you think it should be?
Yes.
We spoke in a previous session about trust scenarios, and I think you both agreed that you do trust each other. Taking that,
Can you tell that regardless, no matter what, he must be right?
Yeah.
As in, she's like, she just explained it. It makes total sense why
Yeah.
they should move on, and he's still trying to hold on to it because he must be right. See, relations like people were like that. You can't
mindset
work.
on board, trusting Shoma to do the right thing, there shouldn't be an issue.
Obviously, I'm not insecure. Like, come on, look at me.
Yes, you are.
But at the same time, with the guy, like when there's those slimy type of guys. Those guys, those boys. If you know. And he's one of those guys. Whether he sees this or not, he knows that we know who he is. And a person like that, to be fair, you need to keep them away from your partner. Do you understand? Like,
Should've been
where
quicker.
trauma is, where we are right now, we're trying to work on our own thing. We don't need that type of energy around us.
I don't like the fact that Christina feels like it's appropriate to message you at 1 a.m, 2 a.m in the morning, and that suggests to me that it's not a platonic friendship. Does Christina, hold on,
Wait, we're not gonna do that. Wait, when your friend needed you at 1 a.m. and didn't you go and buck him on? Am I lying?
that's a different situation.
How? It's pretty similar. We're talking about.
That's my boy best friend.
Fam, we're talking about timings, right?
Christina is a new person. You know Jason.
Wait, it's not in real life.
Called me at 1 a.m. in the morning in hysterics. I went over to his house. Jamel seemed to have an issue with that, but it's not the same. You met Christina on Clubhouse. You don't know anything about Christina.
Is this boy best friend
Why
gay?
is she
Going to meet Christina though.
Okay, the fact is you're too comfortable. Does Christina even know you have a girlfriend?
Fam, everyone knows I've got a girlfriend. Like, what's your issue?
Oh, yeah? Christina knows.
Of course.
So she's even more disrespectful. I should have a word at this point.
Gosh. Yeah, Christina messaged me at whatever time it was. Like, that's not my deal.
What was the
She's
message?
messaging me,
Yeah, that's the
I
question
can't
that she's
follow.
obviously hiding.
That's better, and I don't know. But for me personally, like, she had no issue. Deborah had no issue. I'm not responding back. So
How do you know that?
How
Because you got
long
up and
have
left
you
when
been
she
aware
messaged you.
of this Christina being around?
I would say ever since he downloaded the app.
wait, what? Wait, you've not even been on the app for like what, over a month? What are you talking about?
I would see Christina's name pop up
What, on my phone or on Clubhouse?
a lot. I don't keep up with you on Clubhouse. I don't really care about what you do on Clubhouse. I don't like that app, so I don't really care what you do.
She's
on
nice.
Clubhouse.
She has a fake account on Clubhouse. And she
She's
watches
those
every
girls who
single
has
time
the
it
fake
happens.
Instagram page.
Yeah.
For like 3 months now, I've been
Like
seeing
3 months.
Yes, why are you confused?
I think I'm doing it.
No, 3 months, Denise, that's the answer to your question.
And as far as you're aware, he hasn't actually met this Christina in real life.
The thing is, I don't really care whether he's met or not. The point is, you're messaging her. I mean, she's messaging you at inappropriate
You do
times.
care.
If it's not Christina, then it's Becky. If it's not Becky, then it's another client. Like, girls, all the time. I'm always having issues with Jamel.
She said
his
Becky for the
phone,
white
and
woman.
and Clubhouse, sorry, let's have that.
But the other people
I don't even
that
think she
you've
caught
spoken
on to
about,
that.
No, she didn't.
Clientele. Like, same clientele that makes money, that pays for her stuff. I don't get it. Like, what is your issue with me and women?
Alright, cool. I want to ask you this.
Go on.
When Christina messaged you at 1 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
what did she say?
Talking about our next show.
At 1 a.m. in the morning.
You asked me a question and didn't start about it.
So
What's the issue?
that could have waited till the next day?
What, I should respond the next day, or she could have messaged me.
The question is, why
I have
did
no
you get
control of her messaging me at 1 a.m. That's not my business. She messaged me. What can I do?
Jamal, what did you and Christina discuss at 1 a.m.?
Oh my days. Did I just tell you? I did not stutter. He was talking about the show.
I don't
Okay,
believe him at all.
She has the
Let me see
answer.
text. I want to see the text.
I have a question for you,
I
Jamal.
ain't gonna see my phone.
Do you hear that? You're
It's
going to see my
true,
phone.
you can't decide on somebody else contacting you, but you can make a decision as to whether or not you reply.
Right.
So with that thought in your mind, was it the right thing to do, replying at that time of night?
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret it. I don't regret it.
He
at
said
all.
that he didn't
Because he
respond.
doesn't respect
It
her.
doesn't really matter
He doesn't
at the
actually
time.
care about her
But initially
feelings.
he said he didn't respond.
Denise,
You hear
I'm
that?
so
And
sorry,
literally he said
but
it, it's
for
on
me,
here.
it's what, I don't think anyone's understanding me here. The question is, why is she comfortable to message him at 1 a.m.? Whether he's replying or not, I don't like the fact that when I'm chilling with Jamel, another girl who I don't know is messaging his phone. That is the problem.
She's getting-
And
he's
that's
getting
not
up
a
and
Has she
platonic
ever tried to
message, 'cause I
leave?
don't believe it's a platonic friendship, full stop.
And just explain how that makes you feel to Jamal when somebody does that.
Well, I think it makes you seem untrustworthy. It makes you seem shady. It makes it seem like you're doing something that you shouldn't.
But how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel annoyed. It makes me feel like he doesn't respect me as his girlfriend.
doesn't.
It makes me feel like, you know, I don't have a partner that I can trust. And that's actually not right. If Jamel was to ask to look through my phone, I'll give it to him without hesitation, because there's nothing on there that I need to hide. But when it's the other way round, Jamel is always shaking. Like, it's actually a problem.
Listen, I'm not going to go based on your hypothesis, this, that, and that. Listen, concrete evidence, I'm telling you right now, you don't need to look for my phone.
He's got something,
He's
got something to hide.
He's got loads to hide.
Are you happy to let him see your phone?
It's my property.
Yeah.
I have no reason to give him my phone.
Jamel, right here, right now, we're actually going to look through your phone today. Like,
Wait,
I'm gonna, no, hold on. I'm going to get out my phone. That's my password.
Look how angry he's getting. He's got a lot to hide.
Because today, no. Jamel, hold on, because I've actually had enough of this now. We're actually going to look through your phone today, because you just do too much. Denise, I'm going to put my phone here. Ooh, do the same. Jamel, do the same.
Listen, it's very simple. If you have nothing to hide, place your phone on the table and we can all look at it together. That's just it. If you have nothing to hide, if you're not hiding anything, if you say you are where you are, if you say you're training or doing what you're
He's
doing,
not helping with
let's all look at
insecurities
the
at
phone
all.
together. Me, you, Denise.
He's not, is he? Like, I think she's a psycho because of him.
He's not.
He's
not.
I
And
think
that's why I haven't even reached for your
it's
phone.
more than it being because of him though. Like, definitely things within herself as well.
Yeah, there's
And,
that, but
yeah.
also she needs someone who's loyal, because he's not loyal. If you've got nothing to hide, you'll just hand your phone. Why would you get up at 1 a.m. in the morning and leave the room if you've got nothing to hide? And from what I'm hearing previously, you're saying that you don't want her to go Afro Nation and you're booking tickets behind her back. You're doing so many things to make her feel more insecure, and that's why she's a psychopath.
I hear that. But at the same time, I feel like even if she was to get in a relationship with a loyal guy, a guy that's not doing anything, she'll start questioning it. She'll start be thinking, is he really loyal? She'll start overthinking, because I know there's clearly something within herself, because the fact that she can stay with a guy like that, that's constantly showing her why she should leave. There's something in her that is addicted to the chaos, that she's addicted to that struggle type of relationship where you're constantly going back and forth with a guy that is showing you with all his action that he doesn't respect you. You know he doesn't respect you, he doesn't rate you, you don't trust him at all. Why are you with him? Because of love? No, it's not. And like I said in the last video, this is again someone else that's just attached, and or she's just projecting everything onto him in regards to like her her fantasies. Like I said, she's just super into who she thinks he should be, rather than accepting him for who he is. That's all it is. And she can't accept that he's not trustworthy.
And you know what? I might have to backtrack what I said before. I think it's also because it's her first boyfriend. It's because it's her first boyfriend, that's probably why she's moving like that. Because thinking about it now, and I'm thinking about how I was like in my first relationship, it's a big deal. You've never been in a relationship before. You're excited. Then you're seeing him moving mad. You're going to move mad. Obviously, she's moving psychotic right now. But I'm just saying, he's not helped it at all. Yes, she's a psycho, but he's the worst person for her. 100%.
Worst person for her, but either way, the girl, she had to heal. Because even being in a healthy relationship, like, I've had my issues that I realised that even if the relationship was going good, I could find things and pick at. You can, even when a relationship is going well, because if there's issues within yourself, like abandonment issues, things that you haven't dealt with from your past, from your childhood days or whatever, it will show up in your relationship again and again until you heal it. So that's why I'm saying with her, regardless if this guy is taking a piss or not, she's still gonna have issues. I can tell. And that guy is just an F-boy, regardless. He's an F-boy regardless. Like, I'm not trying to say that he's a good guy at all. He needs to fix up. Or clearly, he's probably not going to fix up until he finds a woman that he actually wants to fix up for. Clearly, she isn't the one.
You're actually pissing me off now.
You're not going to emasculate me in front of the cameras. No way. I don't know what man is going to do that. Like, you're just asking for too much.
No, yeah.
In front of the cameras. We do. You want? I'm going to be honest.
I need to see the last 3 text messages in your phone. And you do the same to me.
She's demanding
So you're not going to bring out your phone?
He's not going to do it.
So you're not going to bring out your phone?
No, obviously not.
Okay, Denise, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this because it's getting too much now.
That's good, girl. That's the best thing she has done this whole time.
It took her long enough. It took her long enough.
Good. And look at him looking now.
I hope she doesn't come
Yes.
back either. I hope she doesn't
Me
come back.
too.
Thought we were gonna do things differently. Bring out your phone at home. You can't bring it out. I'm now asking you to bring it out in the session. If you've got nothing to hide, then show me. I'm
Yes.
tired, so I'm
Good.
leaving. This is a waste of my time.
Well done.
I'm actually proud of her.
I feel good about that.
Yeah, I'm actually proud of her.
Yeah.
It's obviously a very serious problem.
Nagging will never work.
Deborah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think that's just a bit childish.
How is that childish?
I feel like she's just kind of blowing.
Put it this way, how would you feel if you weren't able to access her phone at any time and look at what she's got on her phone?
But that's the thing. I don't feel like I even have to be in that situation.
Because you know she's got nothing on there.
This obviously is a huge problem for Deborah. And you couldn't find it in yourself to let her see those
Exactly.
messages.
No, I feel like it's a bit too much.
Oh, it's too much. Come on.
Just even stuff like that, like forcing me to put my phone on the table to satisfy. That shouldn't be necessary.
How do you feel about the way she...
But if he really cares about her,
He would've
just
put
for
it on the
her
table.
peace of mind, he would have done it for
Yeah,
her.
it's because he's got something to hide.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
doesn't,
it's not
and he
on the
just doesn't
table.
care.
There's nothing I should worry about.
I might be reading this wrong, but your body language kind of says to me that you're worrying about something yourself.
I just don't know how she may react to what I have to say to her.
What is she going to react to?
Go on.
You have been involved with this, Christina.
Christina's not a problem. Like, I've never met Christina. Christina's just a friend. Like, we've just communicated, obviously, over the phone and through Clubhouse, but never seen each other. No.
He's gonna say something.
So you've
crazy.
got nothing
He's
to
gonna
worry
say
about.
something wild.
Have you cheated? Are you seeing someone
He
else?
definitely has
Or
cheated.
have you?
Okay.
I trust
That could
Choma.
be it.
However, I feel like her views on certain things, differ from mine,
Yeah.
right?
I think.
I think most people's views are different.
Yeah, word.
Okay, let me give you an example, right?
So when Trump and I first started seeing each other, you know,
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
doing what?
We're not having this
Let's do
conversation.
this.
No, because
I'm
I'm so bored
Yeah.
of this conversation, babe. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. What are you on about? Are you literally about to narrate the whole thing to her?
1 minute story.
Let him have his voice.
This is so embarrassing. Because anyway,
There's no need to be embarrassed.
okay, that's fine. Go on.
So, Paul, if you just let us know
I
what
like
you're going to
that.
say.
You know, there's no talking. Look, it's just me and you.
He's
So
a
before
mom.
coming here, myself and Paul decided not to bring up certain things because, of course, we don't want to put all of our relationship issues out there. I feel like Paul's digging at something. I don't necessarily want to talk about things that we've buried. He keeps going back to, when we first met and how we first started. I feel like he's hurt, of course, and he's trying to hurt me back.
Look, let me break this down, right? Okay. So we started seeing each other, butterflies, birds, whistles, bees, cool. Now at this time, right, we weren't active. However, we were pillow talking and we were dating, going out, eating and stuff, and we were basically having conversations to kind of say to each other, okay, you know what, this is what we both want. We're both on the same page, we're both on the same frequency, you know when you're in that mode and you know that this person's going to be yours, okay? Now, it turns out that later on, I realized that during that time, she was active with someone else.
Yes. I was sleeping with someone else, okay?
You work together though.
What's the problem?
Was this a boyfriend?
This was an ex, so let me explain the situation to you because he is just clearly confused. When I met Paul, I had an ex whom I was sleeping with because I wasn't prepared and ready to sleep with Paul, okay? I think a lot of women do this. We date many people and we stay in our comfort zone until we're ready to leave. I, for one, never stepped out on Paul. Does that make sense? When we were talking, only until we started dating exclusively did I stop sleeping with this person. So, and we're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. So we decided, okay, I'm going to take you serious, you're going to take me serious. Then I cut him off. But before that, yes, I was having sex. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the issue? I'm never going to apologize for that.
She ain't got.
Look at his face.
She ain't got to be embarrassed about that.
Well, we are taking it there. It's not my fault you fell in love before I fell in love. We met and he feels like I should just drop everyone because of you. I didn't even know you then properly.
Exactly.
What do you do when you pillow talk? You get to know people,
Right.
That's what you and I were doing. And when I concluded on Paul, I dropped everyone else off.
Yeah.
I dropped this guy that we're talking about, that you're still talking about 3 years on. This is embarrassing. I thought I've never stepped out on him. I've never cheated. So why do you keep bringing this up?
Exactly.
And if you're using this, thinking I'm going to sleep with this, what's his name? Whoever's doing my website, then you're insulting me. As far as I'm concerned, this is an insult.
Okay.
All right.
He's so annoying.
Gentlemen, is this evoking those feelings of vulnerability that you felt when you found out that Shoma was sleeping with her ex when you first met?
I never said I was vulnerable.
So why do you keep bringing it up?
Yeah.
Why is it affecting you? No, it's not. It's irrelevant. No one asked you to go back there. You brought up a situation that happened when we met, not even when we started dating. When we met.
Do you really want to do this?
I'm doing it. What are you talking about? I'm having this conversation. I'm ready to be open. I was sleeping with my ex when I met Paul. When we started dating, that situation had been locked off. So tell me where there was a mix and where I cheated on him or stepped out on him.
I'll tell you.
Please.
So, Denise, you for example, right? Let's say you meet a guy, right? Talking to the guy, going out for drinks, going out to eat, staying in each other's space, right? Okay. You both like each other, you're both seeing each other over a period of time, but you're not active with the person. No reason. Within that time, do you plan to be active with another person? And if you are active with another person, is that in any way beneficial to what you're trying to do?
He's actually
I really don't think
annoying.
you put me in this equation.
I'm not putting you in, it's just an example.
He's so jealous.
Because the way
Yeah,
I
he's a
run
very
my
jealous
life
man.
is
And possessive.
Possessive.
Yeah, he's very
I know,
possessive.
but I'm just out of curiosity.
Controlling.
Paul, babe, I didn't know you.
Exactly.
Now we can discuss those kind. If something like that comes, you have every right to be upset. Then you were a stranger to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
a
you
stranger to
were.
me. We were getting
He's
to
like,
know each other. I didn't know you. I had no loyalties to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at his
That's just what it is.
Do you think that one of you might have fallen for the other one before?
Love at first sight. This is head over heels. Before I even decided to take him seriously.
Yeah.
Facts.
And that's not her fault.
How can you take me serious on the first date?
Exactly.
Facts.
I know what's happening here. Basically, this is what happens, and this is what I get for being the nice guy. So just to break that down. So 8 years from now, I'm going to be 40, right? There's certain things that I'd like to have in place. There's certain things that I already have. We don't need to go into that.
He's in his 30s and he acts like that.
Things that I want to have in place. Stability, relationship-wise, marriage, kids, all the good stuff. I believe Choma can give that to me. But at the same time,
Choma, don't
with
do
the
it.
mentality that she has right now,
What mentality?
I don't know if that's
Don't
in
even
line
do that.
with where we're actually supposed to be
Well,
going.
that's your loss. If you don't plan on marrying me, I don't know who the hell's gonna put up with you.
I feel like if a
This
girl
charm I like.
is serious about a relationship, and she wants to have a long-term partner. if she
The minute
has
she said that was
focus
pretty
in her
funny.
life, she will focus on
She
one man.
knows. She
If you're
knows.
speaking to multiple guys, then you're not focused. If you take yourself seriously, you put all of your energy into the right place, you pray also, and you move forward. It's as simple as that.
Wait.
He's definitely spoken to multiple women at one time. I feel like he talks out his arse.
No, I don't think he did, you know.
He talks out his
No,
arse.
he didn't. I don't think he did. You know why? Because he was a bit overweight, right? And
He's got
insecure.
some deep
So
ass issues.
when he got himself a Chioma, he was all in, focused. Where's
Now they're
Chioma?
broken up now, and everyone knows who he is. He's obviously gonna have DMs by crazy girls who want to date him and who want to talk to him.
Fuck out.
And it's gonna be multiple of women.
Yeah.
Are you telling me he's not gonna speak to multiple of them women?
Of
In the beginning,
course.
100%. Men are men at the end of the day. That's what it is. She ain't done nothing wrong. You can talk to and date who you want to date. If you're not in a relationship, you can do what the hell you want.
There is nothing wrong with having a roster of guys that you're talking to.
Yeah, I agree.
You're getting to know. That doesn't mean that you're having sex with
Exactly.
them. It means you are talking and you're getting
Get
to
to
know
know.
people. And if she chooses to be sleeping with her ex while she's getting to know people, if that's something that you choose to do, there's nothing wrong with that. Because there's no point putting your energy in one guy. There's
don't
no
know him.
guarantee that
You
this
don't know
guy
him.
is, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, yeah, he's an idiot for that.
Yeah.
Please.
Actually, it's a really good point that maybe at this time you should both talk about what your ultimate goals for each other or with each other are.
They shouldn't be together.
I mean,
Full
he's just
stop.
mentioned marriage, children, lifelong partner.
I
Is that how
suggest-
you see the future?
I suggested therapy. I know that we've got a lot of issues that we need to work on, and if we don't get help, this is going to fall apart. So, of course, I want this to last. Of course, I want to work things out with Paul. Do I love Paul? Yes. Do I feel as though he loves me? Yes. But there's a lot of work that can still be done. I see
Love
a
is not
future with him.
enough.
But if you don't see a future with me because my mindset is off,
Of course, I see a future with you.
okay, then we have nothing to discuss then. Leave that in the, no we do, because we have a lot of things we need to solve, but leave that situation in the past. Like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm not apologizing to you because there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So leave it in the past.
You bad. You
But can I
right.
just remind everybody that relationships are hard work. If it was easy, you wouldn't see people getting divorced. To make a relationship work takes commitment, time, thought, and energy. It just doesn't happen. There are very few relationships that are without issues, and that's because people work through the issues. And if you're both prepared to work together, then you
work
could have a
together.
great future.
Important.
But you have to try and be on the same page, at least.
Okay, well, I'm willing to do that at the end of the day. For me, it's not, it's just, I just need him to hear what I'm saying. That's literally my issue with him, that he doesn't listen, or he finds what I'm saying, he looks at it as nonsense. I'm willing to work things out, Paul. Paul gives me headache.
Are you willing to work towards
It's not worth
a
it.
goal?
I'm here.
Well, that's great.
You know, let's hope so.
Okay, I'm just going to suggest that we just take a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll come back in and review some of the things that we have spoken about. All right? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Moves on. I finally asked him, I put him on the spot and I was like, okay, cool, let's tell, like, Denise is the therapist that we're speaking to. I said, okay, cool, let's tell Denise.
Did she really think he was going to show us?
I knew he wouldn't.
Of course he wouldn't.
Our phone. This guy was like, no, I'm not showing my phone, I'm not showing my phone. He's actually taking the piss out of my life. Like, I don't get why he called me here to be stupid. Like, it's very you just have to answer the question. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. He's actually really dumb.
Yeah. She's a yes
so
friend.
I actually stormed out, can you imagine?
She sounds
I
tired.
stormed out, yeah, because it's like, you're actually embarrassing me. So yeah, I stormed out and now I'm just like downstairs, chilling. I don't know if I'm gonna go back up because I'm actually genuinely pissed off.
She sounds like a kid, you know. Do you know what I mean?
I actually don't. He's actually annoying.
Yeah, you don't need this headache, so.
Honestly. Yeah, I know, you're right, you know. You're actually right. I don't know, whatever, like, it is what it is, but... jarring. Absolutely jarring.
Alright, looks like her friend probably gives her good advice and she doesn't listen.
Yeah.
Messing up with Deborah, and the fact that she was talking about Christina and other girls, I guess, allowed me to kind of just be distracted and defend myself. But that's not the real reason why I brought her here today. Yeah, Christina's nothing to worry about. That's 100% facts. But I almost feel like I'm thinking about what I'm going to say to Deborah.
Well, don't worry about what you're going to say to Deborah at the moment. Worry about, just get it off your chest. Just, something is bothering you. I'm all ears.
Tell me. Let the whole world know.
I'm not saying that she's too hard to like maintain and deal with, but yeah, as I was saying, Christina isn't the one to worry about.
So if Christina isn't the one to worry about, is there somebody to worry about?
Why is he longing this out?
Yeah, he's
Speak.
being annoying. Look at him.
Speak.
It's a simple answer, yes or no.
If I'm gonna have to be honest with myself, yeah, Christina isn't the one to worry about, as I mentioned, but it is someone that Deborah actually knows, crazy enough. They've met. It's my ex.
Your ex.
Yeah.
The one.
Direction.
Guys, always trust your guts.
I guess that's pretty much why I feel so guilty.
Trust your
When I
gut.
speak to Deborah. I'm not able to translate particular things because I'm holding it on my chest.
And
We
what
knew
exactly
this.
happened? You haven't
I
said.
told you.
So yeah, me and my ex, obviously Deborah knows me and my ex, we train together. Like why I train, I should say. Obviously, normally it's virtual. But there must have been a time where we decided to change up a little bit. We met face to face. I guess after this session, things felt a bit different, I guess. Like, yeah.
And you took things further?
Yeah, we had a conversation in the car for about, give or take 5.
So definitely have sex.
You saying he wants to get back with her? Is that what it is?
Well, look at it this way. Whatever happened in that car,
He cheated 100.
would you be comfortable with Deborah doing the same
Obviously
thing
not.
with somebody else in a car?
No.
No. I think the best question for me to ask now is, are you prepared to tell Deborah today
Wow.
about this scenario?
She's gonna kick off.
You know how she just acted a few seconds ago, thinking about a particular person. Like,
Trust your
I
gut.
think this would definitely break her if I told her it was my ex.
Trust your instincts.
Especially
Ladies,
her.
trust your instincts when it comes to your man. Trust your instincts.
And do you know how it kind of hits when it's somebody that you've dealt with in the past?
But I think she'd respect the fact that you're actually being honest with yourself and with her.
Finale out next Thursday. Woo!
For, is it Deborah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so Deborah, she has a lot to learn and she'll learn from this and she's going to grow from this. Like, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt like hell, but she'll grow from it.
All I'm saying is, women, you need to trust your instincts. We predicted this in the last episode. That's what I'm saying. It's not nothing new. We knew he was cheating.
Yeah. And I think the whole going for the phone and doing that and blah, blah,
That's
blah.
because he's given her a reason to feel
No,
insecure.
I hear that, you know? And so it's like, she already knows. So you say, you know, trust your gut, your instinct, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many ways to work on that, but yeah.
Make sure you comment below, let us know what you think, and we'll be back for the next episode.